virtual reality in the NFL. Could you lead us off here, Dad?
Okay. As you people may know, I'm very good friends with the butcher down here at my Oakland Safeway, Francis the Butcher. He's the head of the meat department, and he's just a wonderful guy. He's friends with Iggy and me, and he's a really big sports fan and 49ers fan. So I was there the other day, and he came out from behind the counter and said, I was going to email you about this, but I have to tell you in person. So he said, now I'm paraphrasing. He wanted to talk about virtual reality, how you could do games on big screens or on your computer. He said, would it be beneficial to a team like the Niners to have, let's say you have a quarterback and he's looking at his screen and he sees the pass rush on his, from whoever, the Rams on his screen, and things break down. You put that into it. Like, let's say McGlinchey gets beat. And what are his options? And can he learn away from the facility, like at night, do it? Could it improve his learning curve to have videos like that to see, I could have slid to the left or such like that? Iggy, do they do things like that? One, and do you think Francis is onto something?
One, I'm not sure that the NFL, how much virtual reality they do in the NFL, but yes, he's onto something. And two, I think the technology is coming around. There is virtual reality. People use it for video games and for entertainment. I think the NFL could use it big. I'm sure that the military uses it. And it seems like it would be great for quarterbacks in particular, because everyone says quarterbacks need reps, but it's hard to give them reps because football's a violent game. And to get them reps, you need 5 people blocking. You need people running. You need people defending. And it's all very tiring and people get hurt, right? You don't want to jeopardize your team's health just so you can get extra reps for your quarterback. So a great way to do it would be virtual reality. Look at coverages. We're going to play, we're installing a new play, a new concept, whatever, flanker drive. And we're going to do it out of different personnel groupings and different formations. And now I want you to do it from this formation against cover 3. Now I want you to do it from this formation against cover 1, cover 2. Where you going? And just do it over and over and over and over again. It's like practice, but no one's running. No one's getting hurt. Seems like a really good idea.
Well, Francis is really a sharp guy. So I love it. Francis, when Iggy and I take over the 49ers, and it's imminent, it's going to happen soon, we're bringing you in as quality control.
That's right. And we're going to be investing majorly in virtual reality. It seems like if any team could get the top of the line cutting edge virtual reality stuff, it would be the team in Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
So maybe they could figure it out. I think it's a great idea. It'd be really good for a team that has a 21-year-old quarterback that they're trying to fast track into the starting lineup. Maybe he could use a little virtual reality. Or a 30-year-old quarterback who always gets hurt and can't stay on the field. He could use some virtual reality too. The two of them. I like this idea.
Okay, well, thanks, Francis.
Wesley has a follow-up on Kaepernick. Do you think Kaepernick really fell off as hard as they said he did, or do you think that the organization fell apart as a whole at the time? Both. Both were true. Both were true.
I do want to say about Kaepernick, I can't prove it, but the impression I had was he was not as fiercely devoted to being the best quarterback he could be compared to others. That he started at a very high level. I actually think he regressed. He became a quarterback that really was not patient to look at his receivers. I think he was at the end a one-read quarterback, and then he would run. And I think, do you
go
agree?
Ahead, sorry. Yeah, no, I was saying is he was a really great athlete, but the stuff he liked to do was training physically. He would sprint, he would lift weights. He was in great shape. He was the hardest working player in the team, or one of them. He was up there with Patrick Willis. But then as he got older, he got hurt. He had surgeries. He became a vegan. He lost like 20, 25, 30 pounds and wasn't the same athlete he used to be. That was evident. And then I think it was clear that he never was as obsessed or as motivated to learn the mental side of the game as he was with the physical side. Also, he was more into like the running than throwing. He had a slow release. Instead of going to like Tom House, who specialized in throwing mechanics, he went to Kurt Warner, who wasn't really a coach. He had these little things about him. And I think the reason that Trey Lance was the 3rd pick in the draft and Kaepernick wasn't, and Trey Lance is going to be a starter at 21 and Kaepernick had to wait till he was 24, and Trey Lance could be a lot better than Kaepernick, is that from all reports, Trey Lance is obsessed with the mental side of a game like a coach. that in college he was passing up opportunities to go out with friends so he could study NFL defenses, stuff like that. And he's a good athlete.
And Iggy, he has a quicker release than Kaepernick.
Yes.
Kaepernick
Just as strong of an arm.
A big wind-up, right?
Yeah, like a pitcher. This guy has a much quicker release. He's just as fast. He's just as big. And he seems to be just as hard of a worker athletically and more intellectually stimulated by the sport than Kaepernick was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, good pick. All right, one more thing from Team Money Sacktown. I was watching ALF, but then I seen Mr. Cohn was on, so I had to watch the Cohn Zone. Thank you, Team Money Sacktown. Appreciate it. I don't know what ALF is, though.
Thank you.
But that's okay. Well, that's all our shows today. We have no more topics. It was fun to talk about virtual reality. That was a good one. Thank you, Francis, in the meat department.
I'll see you this week, Francis.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I loved it. Thank you. And I love you.
I love you too, Dad. Let's wrap it up, and I'll call you in a second.